What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has a new special out on Netflix called Sticks and Stones, perfectly titled, and the SJWs are collectively losing their minds right on schedule. These people are absolutely crazy. Don't get me wrong, I like Dave Chappelle. I guess it's hard for me to call myself a Dave Chappelle fan, but I definitely respect this man, and I've laughed at a lot of his stuff over the years. I would have never watched this series, this special on Netflix, if it wasn't for the SJWs crying about it and whining and trying to cancel Dave Chappelle and all of this other nonsense. So because they are crying about it, I decided to go watch it, and it is hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I laughed out loud so many times. He's such a great comedian, and I love that he just doesn't care. He doesn't care at all. He doesn't care who he offends. It doesn't matter to him, and that's the beauty of it. You know, there are jokes that he said that are kind of like, even make me cringe. And I think if you've watched this channel, you probably know what those jokes are. There's just certain topics, especially in the beginning, that he touched on. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. That's pretty bad, but whatever. This is what he does. And he proceeds to make fun of everybody. White people, black people, gays, trans, everybody. He makes fun of everybody because this is what he does. And all of you nut jobs out there are going to sit there and say you want equality. Well, that's equality. Equality is getting made fun of equally. Dave Chappelle just gave you your equality, and now you're crying about it. You asked for it, and then you get it, and then you cry because you got it. This is classic SJW stuff. They want to sit there and tell you how they want to see a black man be successful and, you know, not follow the white man talking points. Well, here you got Dave Chappelle doing exactly what he wants to do. He's extremely successful, and he's doing exactly what he wants to do. And yet, here you go wanting to cancel Dave Chappelle because you mother effers don't believe anything you say. And all you're doing is proving me right and everybody else that calls you out right. You have no moral foundation. You don't believe anything you say. You just sit there and play the victim over and over again, and then you move the goalpost when you need to play the victim on something else. None of these crazy idiots believe anything they say. Now, some people are going to go, well, Jeremy, you called out James Gunn, and he had a lot of, jokes that, maybe they were a lot worse than what Chappelle did, but Chappelle touched on those same topics, and yet you had an outrage over James Gunn. That's because James Gunn acts like the moral superiority. James Gunn acts like he is better than you. He acts like he's better than me. He acts like he's better than everybody that agrees with him. Whereas Dave Chappelle, he's not a moral superiority. He's not sitting there acting like he's better than everybody. He thinks that telling jokes across the board is acceptable no matter who or what you talk about. And I feel the same exact way. My problem with Gunn is Gunn wants to sit there and act like he is better than everybody that doesn't follow his political ideology, and then he wants to sit there and play cancel culture on all these other people. Well, it bit him in his ass. I don't care what people say. What I do like to do is flip the script on people. I like to expose people for their hypocrisy. I love when I see people get on their soapbox and cry to the heavens because they were offended over one thing, but another thing is not offensive to them. Well, I like exposing that, and that is the problem with James Gunn. James Gunn is a piece of garbage. He's a hypocrite, and I don't buy anything the man says. And so I felt that it was necessary to call him out. Now, I don't like what James Gunn said, and I don't even really like the jokes that Chappelle said on that particular topic. But Chappelle proves that he's not Mr. I'm offended by this person or that person. Chappelle doesn't care, and it's beautiful. And these SJWs, their outrage. This is the reason I watched this special on Netflix, because of them. This is the only reason I watched it, and I found it to be extremely entertaining, extremely funny, and I love the fact that Dave Chappelle is unapologetic, and Dave Chappelle is smart too. So even though there's comedy, Dave Chappelle is actually dropping red pills within his comedy. Dave Chappelle is a very smart person. He's like next level on some of the things that he's talking about. So when he's talking about some of these topics, there's a meaning behind a lot of the things that he's saying. And he is trying to sit there and educate you through his comedy. And it's a beautiful thing to witness. And so I'm loving that the fact that these SJWs are losing their minds over this. Because, again, it's like I say, your race, your gender, your sexual orientation, your political ideology, it's only as good as the far left can use it against you or for you. It's only good enough for what they can do with it. If they can't use your political or social or race or your gender or anything that you identify by, if they can't use that to your advantage, they're going to use that to take you down. That's how they operate. They do not care about these things. They are obsessed with race and gender so they can see what they can get out of your race and gender. Can they use it to prop themselves up? Can they use it to make themselves seem more virtuous? Or can they use it to go against you and drive you in the ground and end everything, end your career, end your livelihood because you're saying the words that they don't want you to say? They truly do not care about you. And because of situations like Dave Chappelle and the Candace Owen and the Hodge twins and anybody else that dares to speak their mind. We've even seen it with Scarlett Johansson where she spoke out a couple of times, and the overwhelming outrage of the mob has went after her, and of course she dials it back because she's scared of the mob, but they don't care about these things. So Dave Chappelle, great job. I loved everything about this special. I thought it was hilarious outside of, like I said, yeah, I could sit there and go, some of the jokes were like, oh my gosh, really, Dave, really? But nothing was off the table with Dave Chappelle, and that's exactly how it should be. Nothing should be off the table. You don't get special treatment. You want equality? Equality means getting made fun of just like everybody else. That's equality. These mother effers don't want equality. They want special treatment. So make sure you understand that. Anytime you hear someone ask for equality, they are asking for special treatment. That is what they want. If you have not watched Dave Chappelle's special, I highly recommend it. It's hilarious. It's awesome. And Chappelle is next level in some of the things that he talks about. This dude is awesome. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much to all the SJWs for your outrage, for your tears, for your pain, for your hurt, and for all of the whining, because you've given me entertainment. You've given Dave Chappelle more money to put in his pocket. I'm going to make money from this video because I'm going to monetize it. You just lost across the board, as you always do. And we're going to continue to monetize your stupidity, your pain, your tears, and your agony. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.